Hello, loves. This is Lynn, Dream Girl Writer, coming to you at the Rest Revolution Summit to bring you a message about sacred rest and doing your best work asleep. I'd like to give a huge shout out to Cindy and Leslie for creating this opportunity for us all to come together and share some of our gifts and words of wisdom and tips on life. And I appreciate the opportunity to be invited here. And thank you, Cindy and Leslie, for just being interested in all of us in our sacred evolution. And I just wanted to bring us into this space with a mini attunement here. Just take a couple of breaths together. And remember that this is a sacred container and be in touch with our bodies during this time, what's coming through us, maybe inspirations or maybe even little discomforts that come through us. But to know that we're all in this together and we really do have a collective and divine connection at all times. And I would like to invite you into the concept of a kinder and gentler life, one in which we can talk about our dreams and our inner work and how we dance with the shadows and how we clear our fears, to a life in which we can share the truth of each other. We can share the truth of ourselves. We can give ourselves permission to be. And we can be ourselves at all time. So thank you for being here in this space with me. And because my service to this world, to the greater good, is through my dreams, I'd like to share a few tips with you on how to maybe bring more dream awareness into your life. And one of those is to just talk about your dream environment. My dreams are us. My dream awareness has come about because I have paid attention to my dreams. I discovered about 12 years ago that they were really instrumental in sorting through a lot of pain and confusion and getting to the truth, to the heart of the matter of what was happening in my life, who I am, and what was really true, despite all evidence to the contrary in the material world, or supposed evidence to the contrary. So, long story short, I became very interested in writing my dreams and have compiled over almost 1,400 dreams in writing so that I have them to review and to see. And so it is my wish to share this awareness with you because I know that dreams are a way in, just like music or dance or art or even parenting and relationships and holistic health practices. Those are all a way into divine awareness. And for me, dreams are that. So if you're thinking of bringing more dream awareness into your life, or if that's something that has occurred to you as would be helpful to your sacred evolution, I would encourage you to take a look at your dream environment. Of course, do a kind of a dream feng shui. Use that perspective when you look at your bedroom and your dream space. Also, the practices that you do before sleep. I say goodnight to the earth. I make a little practice of a little ritual of going outside before sleep. I take hot baths and also with candles and scents and all that to as a ritual to end the day, and find that's relaxing for me. But whatever it is that gets you into or puts you in a restful, receptive state to receive awareness from your dreams and divine wisdom from your dreams, however that works for you. Just take a look at your environment, your home environment, the rituals or practices that you do before sleep, if any. And also, good advice is to kind of turn off the electronic devices or detach from mind-based activities, or at least, right brain mind-based activities, and just kind of give yourself some space before sleep that encourages restfulness and invites you into a receptive state. The second thing is that I want to point out to you is that holistic practices during the day are just as effective as anything you could do for your dream environment or what happens after sleep. And those practices, I would encourage you to make a playlist. And on that playlist, you will have, I would encourage you to have things that you can do to become more creative, to become more playful, to pause, to sit and do nothing, to enhance your way in to a more relaxed state. And I have a little list that I would like to share with you. And this is just, these are just suggestions, but a lot of these are so simple and easy to do that, when you make your list, just keep in mind, keep it simple, keep it easy for you. Even if you just do one or two of these things on, once or twice a day, you're going to be setting up that cycle in yourself to bring that more out into your life. So one of the things I do is commune with Mother Earth and all of her glorious nature and all of her creatures every chance I get. Just short walks, or sitting in your garden if you have one, or just take a walk in the park and sit on a park bench and look at the trees, look at the sky, the clouds. All of that works beautifully. Watch for the signs that come into your life. Everything, a bird coming up to you and singing in a branch above you, a lizard walking on your porch railing and puffing his red throat out at you. Watch for signs. Listen, listen, listen. Maintain a space in your home where play is your main game. If you happen to be interested or play a musical instrument, or you just like to dance and sing to recorded music, if you like to just move, if you do yoga or some other kind of movement or dance, wonderful thing to just take frequent breaks during the day. Work with your hands, do some kind of crafting as your break, sing, dance, write songs, and make music just for the fun of it. Regard your parenting or grandparenting roles as sacred art forms, so that when you're with your children and your grandchildren, really be with them. Use them as your wisest teachers in how to play and how to be present. You can practice shamanism or study with an indigenous wisdom keeper. That's hard to say, indigenous. And, just take breaks to just read the words of an indigenous wisdom keeper during the day. Keep a journal, write poetry, or revive the art of letter writing in your life. I mean, after all, just writing with your hands, doing anything with your hands. We spend so much time on the computer. It's really different when you take a pen in your hands and the thoughts come from, your brain down onto that material form. It's a lot different than just typing on the computer. So if you do have a tendency to like to write or read, then it's really a good way to just take a short break and just write a letter to yourself, if no one else. Meditate, of course, contemplate about things. If you have a problem in your life, really get in touch with it, pause, daydream, breathe. And then be your most exquisite and authentic self. And what do I mean by that? I mean, people say that all the time. Be yourself, be your most authentic self. It actually means just pausing and finding your most authentic self. So just sitting and just even, I did meditating a long time ago, but I wasn't a very good meditator. I found that I needed to be more focused in my body with an active intent. And so what I do is I call it musing. I sit, and if I do have something that I'm concerned with or that I would like to sort through, I will just take that thought and sit. And a lot of times this is done in nature and just feel in my body where that thought has settled, where that problem is hiding. And once I get in touch with that, I just kind of let it come, because living life from the inside out, going within, doing your inner work is just opening up a channel, not just, I say just, but it's quite difficult to get in the practice of this. But the more you do things on your playlist, and the more you're in touch with your body, and the more wisdom you extract creatively and bring into your life. And it does happen spontaneously. When you set up these practices, you're setting up another little pathway for these. It's like neuronal pathways. It's another little way for wisdom, for the divine, for the God force, for our spiritual awakenings to come through us. And so there's a very practical aspect of it, in that you're you have your list of things that you can do. And when you are stressed or need it, and there's a cause for the pause, then you stop and you do it. And then it becomes magical and miraculous. So the practical feeds the magical. Keep that in mind. Just be open to learning. So if you do resonate with someone, really get into what they're saying. Really open up to, even if it's very different from an approach you would take to a problem or to life or to being creative, just let in who they are, because we're all connected. We're all in this together. So we're all kind of like a piece of each other. And the more we can open up to connecting with each other, the more we can connect with ourselves. So as an individual, we have our own unique and divine way to express ourselves and to do our inner work. But that inner work is for the purpose of connecting with everyone. And so take all of this precious life into your heart. And most of all, in your waking life, reserve a space for grace. And I say that because grace is, to me, and grace is a way to just open up, embrace the unknown, and just be as alive as you can and as welcoming as you can. Think of a gracious person that offers you a cup of tea. And I mean, this is a very kind of mundane or classic type of example. But just imagine there's maybe an elderly couple that lives near you, and they take their tea in the afternoon, and you happen to walk by their house every day, so you always say hello, but one day they invite you in for tea. And they're very old fashioned, and they have their little tea ritual and their beautiful ceramic or porcelain teapot, and they take the time to pour the tea for you, and they explain to you where it came from, and they're very well versed in all the different types of tea. That's grace. That's graciousness. And it's not about manners so much as it is about an appreciation of the finer things in life. And guess what? The finest thing in life is to be totally relaxed and open and well rested and at peace. And the last thing I wanted to talk to you about is how to have fun dancing with your shadows. It seems a paradoxical concept, but, and, not to make light of the struggles that we have and the fears that we have and the work we have to do to really return to love and clear our darkness, from this life and from our psyches and our hearts. I fully appreciate that, especially as a dream girl, because most of my dream work, or a lot of my dream work, does uncover a lot of shadows. And anybody who has really done a lot of inner work will tell you that they're there. We're human. We come to this earth with baggage and karma and ancestral wisdom, as well as ancestral um, samsaras, as you say. And they're there for a reason. They're there, they're given to us. It's an honor for us to actually clear these shadows, to address, to look fear in the face and know that there is love behind it. And one of the practical suggestions that I can give you for doing this work, of course, dream work in my dream courses and in one-on-one consultation with me, you will learn how to kind of do this in your own unique way, or I will be a witness to you uncovering that for yourself. But a practical application of it that I found for myself after many years of facing down the fears and the shadows was to actually talk to my shadow. So when I have a fear, it lands in my heart. It literally is a heart surge. When something is wrong, or I'm feeling afraid of something, or I get an intuitive hit that there's something dangerous or fearful out there, I feel it right here in my heart. And so one day I was out walking in nature and really enjoying the beautiful day and listening to the birds and just, kind of on a little bit of a high there. And I feel this heart surge. And so I get in touch with what it was. I went, sat on my favorite bench that was nearby and just started talking to the shadow and saying, hello, I know you're there. Thank you for coming. I know you have a gift to give me. So, what can I do for you? And in the conversation, I uncovered a very deep seated fear that I had about money and that had been bothering me in that time, like in recent months or weeks before that day. And I had thought I had cleared it, I'd taken care of it, or at least for the time being. But she'd come up and reared her head again. And this conversation that we had was one of me, of course, talking to myself, but it was one of me talking to a hurt child within myself. And that child had never really been heard. And so, in that little short conversation that I had on that beautiful day, sitting on that bench, talking to myself, literally out loud, I discovered something that was very deep seated, went back a really long way, and I was able to kind of hold it up to the light. So in my dream work with people, this is one of the things that I help people to become aware of for themselves. Because as a dreamer, you are dreaming your own individual dream. You have your own unique way, your own unique dream language, your dream symbols, landscape, cosmic inferences, as I call them, archetypes. All of these things are unique to you as an individual, but the wisdom that they're bringing you, the ancient um, knowing, the gnosis that they're bringing into your life is collective, is the divine of us all, is what we all know or all find in our heart of hearts when we do this work. So, again, to sum up what I would like you to take away from this little talk we've had is number one, know that your dreams are going to tell you who you are in such a way that they require your full attention and they require your a safe and receptive environment in order to really get the authentic messages of love and truth from them. Your waking life is very important to your dream life, and to set up your playlist, your set list of fun things to do in life and ways to pause and slow yourself down and give yourself more rest and relaxation and juiciness, creativeness in your life, then creativity, I should say, then that waking life component feeds and serves your dream life, and your dream life feeds and serves more of your waking life component. And then to just be aware that in this human experience, we have a lot of work to do on our shadows, on our dark side, with our fears, but it's work that can be done, and it is an honor to do it. Because what happens when you really take on the responsibility of clearing your individual fears is that the collective whole is gifted by your presence on this earth. I want to offer you a free gift. I have a PDF and an audio file that is called a Divine Dream Life that you can get. I'm sure there will be a link in this transmission that you can link on and either go to my website or you can receive it through your email. And I also would like to invite you to go to dreamgirlwriter.com and check out my website, check out my courses, my circles, my offerings, and just give me a call if you want to chat and talk some more. It has been my honor and pleasure to be here with you. And again, I would like to thank Cindy and Leslie for putting this all together. And thank all of you for making your way towards a kinder and gentler life. Thank you for listening. Blessings.